everyone, Amadorn here, and welcome back to the CentriCraft server. I hope everything is going well for you today. I'm doing fine. A couple of episodes ago, I turned the central portion of the temple into a mob farm. It's 4 levels tall and uses a lever-driven redstone system to deliver water to each section, and then it pushes the mobs to the center and down a chute. I've found a couple of small issues with the system that I'm going to need to fix, and I have a lot of caves to light up down below to make it efficient. But for the time being, I'm satisfied with how it turned out. It's also expandable if I want to. There's plenty of room to move upward. I have other ideas for what to do above the mob farm, so I probably won't actually expand it, but there's still plenty of room up there. Now, the mob farm that I built, I modeled it off of a tutorial that's done by Avomance. If you're interested in learning how to build farms in Minecraft of all kinds, or this mob farm, I definitely suggest that you check out his farm tutorial series. Now today I'm going to use some inspiration from another one of Avomance's videos to create the inner halls of the first floor of the Grand Temple. The temple is largely divided up into 4 quadrants, with the exterior stairs marking out the center lines. Now each stair will also have a hidden doorway on the side that opens up into the entry chamber, just like the one I showed you the other day. The central hallway then leads from the entry chamber down along the center line that you can see in the background there, and leads to this central chamber. Now I want the hallways to be pretty decorative, but I also want them to be useful, which is where Avromance's video comes into play. The build in his video is actually meant to showcase the new compost bins that are going to be in Minecraft 1.14, but I really liked how he built his kelp walls. He uses the kelp to fill the compost bin that then creates bone meal that you can use. It also reminded me of a sugarcane farm that Hocus Pocus built in his underground base, which I also really liked. So I've taken ideas from both, and I'll be turning it into the hallways of the temple. There will be links down below to both episodes, and I highly recommend you check them both out. Now, early on in the season, I built a kelp farm. Let's take a quick look at that, so you can kind of get an idea of what I did. And observers. Yep, and out. Getting them turned wrong. It's fairly good sized, and with the cactus farm sitting on top of it, it does a really good job of supplying the amount of kelp and cactus that, beyond what I can reasonably use. The problem is that now that I've moved to the other side of the mountain, it's too far away and doesn't produce anything at all unless I go AFK at the fish farm, which is just about the right spot to have both the kelp farm and the storage system loaded up so that everything works together. That means I really need to move the kelp and the cactus over here to the main base, which isn't something I really wanted to do, but in order for it all to work, it needs to be able to function at the same time, and there's just no way to really keep everything loaded, so I'm going to have to do it here. So each hallway, we're going to be doing 3 main hallways that lead into this central area. This hallway over here, we're not going to be able to do because it already has the storage system and the super smelter there, and I am not moving those again. So each wall segment will be 8 blocks long, 6 of which will be farmable, and each wall will be 5 blocks thick. We'll add a 1 block walkway behind the wall with an internal wall, making them a total of 7 blocks. So we've got plenty of room here on both sides on all 3 of these hallways leading down to the stairs. If I can actually walk around over here. We will have to move a lot of this stuff, but we knew that was going to happen when we put it down anyway, so this should work. I am going to have to eventually move my villager box but we'll worry about that later. Like I said, I've got the super smelter and the storage system over here, which kind of already take up this space, so we won't be able to put a wall over here. We'll decorate this with something else. I'm just not sure what it'll be yet. Alright, so let's get started on building this wall. The first thing I'm going to do is lay out each segment. So let me get that done and I'll be right back. So let me take you on a quick little tour. I've got some things set up. Over here we have our kelp. Now the kelp's going to go all the way down. There are 3 bays on each side with another 3 bays down here. We need to make sure that we've got some open space to get into the quadrants of the base, so we're going to leave these open. But here's our kelp. Now for the kelp, we'll go up fairly high. We'll put in some pistons and some observers, and then we'll have a water stream at the top that takes everything down here to the ends. Now in this hallway over here, we're going to have our sugarcane. Now our sugarcane is growing along the sides, and we have a water stream down at the bottom that brings it down here to this chest. Now the chests are temporary. We're actually going to end up doing something with a water stream and a water elevator to bring everything up and over and to our main storage area. But we're going to use the chests for this for now. So again, we'll put in some pistons and some observers, and when these sugarcane get 3 high, the piston will pop out and knock the sugarcane down. And that'll work for both sides. Again, we have 2 pairs, 3 bays on each side, twice. And then here, because of the way we had to do the water streams, we've got a glass covered stream on both sides with some extra stairs. It does look a little odd, but it won't hurt anything. It was either this or drop the whole thing down one, and it doesn't really work well because the water stream also supports the growing of the sugarcane itself. And then finally, over here in our 3rd bay, or our 3rd hallway, we'll have our cactus on both sides. Again, 2 groups of 3 on each side with a glass covered water stream. Now we had to do this a little different because we wanted to make sure that we had the ability to pick up cactus regardless of either side it drops on. And you can't keep in mind that cactus, you can't have anything next to it for it to grow up. Now, we're not going to use observers for this. We're actually just going to drop down some glass rods. So these cactus will only ever be maybe 2 high. Or I suppose I could just take off the top piece and let it go with that. I'm not really sure how exactly I want to do it. And we'll have that on both sides. I'll probably just end up dropping down and taking the top one. That way there's a little bit of color there as they grow up. So that'll be the cactus. And again, the water streams lead down to a chest on either side. Now obviously we're not getting anything in here right now because I don't have any way, or I don't have it set up for the cactus to automatically pop off of there when one grows. Now we could end up with some fallout. That's alright. I'm not too worried about it. The sugarcane, we may end up having some loss on it as well. But I'm okay with it. I don't need mass quantities of this stuff anymore. This still may produce more than I could really use, but it'll work for me. Now I'm going to go ahead and finish off building the kelp farm and getting the observers and pistons and redstone in for that. And then once we get that done, we'll come back so you can see the finished product of the kelp farm. And then we'll do the same things with the sugarcane and the cactus farms. So I'll be back in a few minutes. So I've got this panel finished and being built, and now I'm going to try to wire up the redstone. And with a little luck, this will work. I'm not sure it will. We may have a problem with these things being too close together. If we do, I'm going to be really sad because I'm going to have to tear it all down. But let's take a look here and see if I can get this to work properly. Oh, we need one more brick there. Okay, so that should be that one set up. Now, let's see if we can do the other one. Yeah, see, I was afraid of that. I don't know if that'll trigger that or not. It may. That is, if they trigger at all. Okay. So there's that. Now we should be getting these pistons to move. They may require them to update, I'm not sure. Let's see if we can get up there. We'll pillar up. See if we can force an update. Say right here. Okay, it did trigger all of them. Oh, we do have a problem with our water. Our water stream is not working properly. Okay, so we're gonna have to fix our water stream. And it did trigger, so the observers triggered everything. So all right. Let's go down for a sec. I want to check something. Okay, so that works. Now we just need to fix our water stream issue. And then we should be good to go. So let me do that, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I think it's fixed. The dirt blocks that are in there will eventually despawn. So I'm not worried about them. The kelp is growing up. I know that the observers will work once it updates in front of them. It'll it'll, as soon as one of them hits, it'll push all of them, which is fine. Maybe I could do away with some of the observers and make it a little less, but I think it works all right. We've got some torches here to light up the area. It's getting dark, so we need to sleep here pretty soon. And that is how the kelp farm is going to work. So I'm doing some stuff up here to make sure I get myself a doorway and to try to conceal this redstone behind it. Try to make this look a little bit better, and we'll see how that looks when I'm going to put some dark oak stairs here and here, I think, and that should be good. And then I'll match the same on the other side. Except for I won't put the door in. I may put the door in on this side. I'm not sure yet. And then we'll have a walkway through here, going down. It'll be a small walkway, but it'll work. Okay, folks. So I'm gonna end up cutting this episode a little bit short. I still have a lot to do. I found another problem. As you can see, the kelp is kind of hovering there, which means I don't have a source block or a water source in that block above the observer. So we just got our water hovering there. So I need to fix that, and then I need to finish building the rest of these. Which is we're gonna do that off camera, and then we'll come back in the next episode to see where I'm at with that, and then work on the sugarcane and cactus farms. The sugarcane and the cactus farms they will use a similar setup, but they should be a little bit simpler because we're only dealing with 3 blocks high. But I may decide that I want to put in more than one layer. I'm not 100% certain. We'll see what happens. It may be more difficult than I want it to be, and it may not necessarily be worth it. So we're going to end this episode here. Before I go, I almost forgot. I'm going to be changing my upload schedule a little bit. Mondays are going to be videos for like Civilization and some of the strategy games that I play. Tuesdays are going to be very similar. Wednesdays, we're going to actually do 2 Minecraft videos on Wednesdays. And then we're going to do 2 Minecraft videos on Fridays. So Mondays and Tuesdays will be non-Minecraft games. Wednesdays and Fridays will be Minecraft games. And then Thursdays will be non-Minecraft games. And we may end up doing some videos for Saturdays. I haven't quite worked that out. My recording schedule is getting compressed a little bit, so I'm not having as much time to record videos, and I want more time to make sure that my Minecraft videos are actually a quality that I like and not really rushed. Last week when I was recording some videos, things seemed like a little bit rushed, and I didn't like how things came out in the end. So we need to work on getting that taken care of. So I'm going to give myself a little bit more time in the week to make the Minecraft videos, and then because the other videos like Civilization and Hearts of Iron and those types of videos are a lot easier to make because it's really just recording me playing a game with very little interruption. And Minecraft, the Minecraft videos, in order to make them good, they really need to have a lot of cuts, and you want to do a lot of segments and kind of mix things up a little bit. Also, the plan is to try to work on more than one project during any one given video for CentriCraft and for Emerald's Realms. And then also having at least one tutorial video a week So that's kind of the plan going forward. My name has been Amadorn. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button down below. If you'd like to see more, hit the subscribe button. And until next time, you guys have a good one. Goodbye.